feel so close to you right now, it's a force field. I wear my heart up on my sleeve like a big deal. Your love pours down on me, surround me like a waterfall. And there's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now.
Thank you. That's a bit loud. Right, firstly, I have to start by saying, for those wondering, I am not Rebecca's father. In fact, I'm younger by 2 whole months. Rebecca and I grew up together, and she really did become like a sister to me growing up. So when I was asked to give Rebecca away, I was deeply honoured, and for the first time, probably quite speechless. Although I have been known to be a bit of a joker at times, Rebecca was worried that I'd turn it into sort of a best man style speech. So, well, I have been a best man before, and I've done that speech, and the good news is they're still together. I've been a groom, best skip over that one, as my son's in the room. So now I am stand-in father of the bride, and as I said, Rebecca did voice a little concern about my speech, but it's fair to say that I worked out that she has as much dirt on me as I have on her. So I'll try and stick to the script and be nice. So I'm just glad that she didn't ask me to be a bridesmaid. Although a best man style speech would have been so much more fun. On a side note, I want to point out that I won't be assuming all father of the bride responsibilities today. I am glad that I don't have to pay for the wedding. So I want to officially thank you all for coming and attending such a special day today, and it has been a special day. Your attendance is greatly appreciated, and I'm sure that you can all agree what a fantastic day it has been so far. I want to welcome Rebecca's new mother-in-law, Carol, to the family, and also Rebecca's stepchildren, Ryan, Reese and Phoebe. I'm sure that you'll all do each other proud and enjoy being a fantastic family unit together. And just remember, any problems, and stand-in Grandad Craig will be having words with you all. Okay, so at this point, I feel I have to pay a huge tribute to Ron, which is Rebecca's dad. I really hope I've done him proud today, and I've many fond memories of him as we were growing up as children. I like to think that I've assumed Ron's role to vet Darren and make sure that he's suitable marriage material. Well, from what I can see, this is a couple very much in love. Life is far too short, and people often ask me what I want for my son Ollie, and my answer is always the same. I want him to be happy. So as a father, not Rebecca's father, but stood here as a father today, I just want the same thing for Rebecca, which is that Darren makes her happy. And you don't need to be a genius to figure out that the answer to that is a massive yes. So therefore, I want to welcome Darren on behalf of Ron and the family, and shaking his hand and taking Rebecca off ours. Only joking. I'll shake your hand later. At this point, I have to introduce you to some favourite music of Ron's. It's actually called The Drinking Song, and I hope I pronounce it right, La Traviata.
I always do.
I'd like you to all be upstanding as I propose a toast to Ron and Joan. Give you time to all sit down. Rebecca also wished to mention my mum, who was like a second mother to Rebecca. They used to sit and talk for hours. My mum would give her makeup and introduce her to things like M&S. My most favourite shop, not. When I went to university at 19 and left Manchester for Northampton, when I'd ring home, Rebecca was often around at my house talking to my mum, and it was like, oh. Not wrong, am I? My mum wore a strikingly beautiful lime green suit and hat to my wedding, and I can imagine her stood here today wearing it, beaming, stood alongside Joan in her outfit and hat on, and of course now stood next to Ron. All three of them would be very proud of you today, Rebecca. I now want to focus on Rebecca for just a minute. I want to say how fabulous, gorgeous and beautiful you look today. From the little girl that I grew up with, you've turned into a lovely woman. As I said, we grew up together, so let me take you back to June 1975. Not that I was there because I was younger, remember. When I googled the date Rebecca was born, it came up with that it was a Thursday, and historical events apparently in India, Prime Minister Gandhi declared a state of emergency. I presume it had nothing to do with Rebecca being born. I didn't know that. You apparently share a birthday with the world-renowned and famous American hip-hop artist KJ52. And that incredible footballer who I'm sure you'll all remember, Terry Skiverton, who played for Yeovil Town. Your Chinese star sign is a rabbit. Rebecca used to have a large collection of rabbits in cages in the garden. We used to have to pick grass and feed them and make assault courses and things like that. The number one song actually that day was Whispering Grass by Donna Estelle and Windsor Davies. Rebecca was a good friend growing up, as I've said. We lived opposite in Sale in Manchester, in a small avenue, and we were the only two kids our age, and we had older siblings. Two of them are over there. God, we must have used to annoy you two. Rebecca and I played, and rarely, and I say rarely, fell out. But when I mispronounced the name of one of Doctor Who's assistants, I used to say banana. And Rebecca shouted at me, "That's not her name," and she'd storm off. She'd often come back quite quickly. What was it, Adam? Oh, I don't know. I still say banana. So, Darren, she does have it in her to have a bit of a temper tantrum from now and again. But just to warn you. When we were building a tree house, Rebecca was in the tree. She had a big plank of wood, and she liked to drop it on my back. It hurt, I swore, and my parents heard, and I got grounded. How do you figure that one out? I know, do you remember? When my friend Pete Newton came round to play, we were in the avenue playing, and we were giving each other Chinese burns. Rebecca came out and said, "Can I join you?" I said, "No, you're a girl, you will cry and go home and tell your mum." She said, "No, I won't." So she was stubborn, so I said, "Okay," so I gave her a Chinese burn. She cried, she went home, she told her mum, Joan marched her across the road to my mum, and I was grounded again. Oh, now you say sorry. Well, this is what I was going to say. What really stuck in my throat was that after Peter was sent home, and I was sent to my room and told that I was not allowed to go out of the boundary of the garden for a week, there was a knock on the door, and it was Rebecca. And I looked out my bedroom window, and she said, "Is Craig playing out to my mum?" So obviously, Rebecca had forgiven me, but I'm sure, well, I'm not sure now really whether I've forgiven you. Still hurts, that one. When I think of Rebecca, apart from playing in the paddling pool in summers or running around the garden, Rebecca in a lovely cardigan and sandals, is someone who is genuinely, and I mean this, one of the nicest people I have ever met. And Rebecca is kind, beautiful, and no matter how much time has passed between us, in dark times there have been a few, in good times there's been plenty, and more to come. We're always the same, just like brother and sister. A friendship that will last forever, wherever we are. And the last thing I have to say, I believe, is some advice for the newly married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Gosling. Well, I'll refer to some advice that my mum once passed on to me, and it was, never go to bed on an argument. Always make up, even if you're still a little mad. Tell each other that you love each other. I also heard something the other month, which actually really did stick with me, and I think it applies here too, is that people often say you only live once, and it's not true. You only die once, you live every day. And you too, so make sure you share your experiences, laugh, cry, share every emotion together, and tell each other your thoughts, hopes and prayers, work as a team, and you'll just bloody enjoy it. Live every day. We do only get one chance in life, and you've chosen to share it together. So I want to wish you all the very best for a long and happy life together. Also remember, people here today are your friends and family, and if times are tough, are also here because we love you, and we're here to support you, so lean on us when you need to. Can you please all be upstanding as we make a toast to the bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Gosling.
Good speech. Well done.
Well, I now like to hand over. I'm walking. And hand over to the maid of honour, Julie Mercer. Good luck, Julie.
Okay. Just bear with me a second, please. Technical. Sorry. I just need to sort my music out. It'll be 2 seconds.
Oh my God. Oh, that's never even noticed that.
Oh, why are you playing?
Yeah, right. I didn't say this,
Okay. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jules. I'm one of Becky's closest friends, and I'm not keen on public speaking. So, I'd like to introduce you to my alter ego, Jazzy Jules. With Paul the Prawn.
Oh, is that?
What's that noise? Okay. Okay. This one's for you, Becky. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, rubbish out. We met at Portakabin, part of the HR crew. Elaine, Sandra, Mark, to name just a few. We loved our time at cabin with our huge workload list. We had happy hour and Oscars, but always ended pissed. We travelled with amigos, mostly to Spain. Becky with the liquids, we just make it on the plane. Sunbathing at Puro is a favourite thing, with a low factor and bikini bling. Born in Sale with a passion for beer, she's been on Hitman Her in a cycling gear. Hacienda was her favourite place to be. That yellow-black logo was her fantasy. God. A closet DJ, Becky sure is, mixing on her decks and doing her tricks. DJ BJ, she's like to be known, but shh, only when she's alone. She knows every song lyric off to a T. With a Becky factor, we're always VIP. I'm sorry, there's an interval. I'm so nervous. We're all super proud of your B company. You'll do amazing as you're a classy lady. A heart of gold, you've been through so much, but now it's time for you to enjoy your stuff. Oh, sugar. Where's that? Where is... Oh, no, I'm so sorry. Oh. I've got it now, I've got it together. My BFF, my Missy B. I'm so pleased you found your Mr. G. Wishing love and happiness from my heart, and I hope our friendship never parts. I hope that you will all cheer and clap, because this has been your Maid of Honour rap.
Excuse me, but Jules, you're not yourself when you're hungry. Here's your Snickers.
Oh my God!
I'm so sorry. I'll do it again later and like no nerves, yeah. I'm now going to pass over to the main man. Here he is, Mr. G. Oh, that was... Do you want a Snickers?
Before you go on. Amazing. So put the shades on.
Excuse me, let me compose myself after that.
How are you going to top that? I mean, come on.
I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm not going to use the microphone. I hope everybody can hear me. I'm pretty renowned for being loud.
Navy training.
I know you can hear me. I know you can hear me.
Of course you can.
Turnbull. Yeah, she heard me, so I know. Essam. I know you can hear me down the corner. Yeah. So I sort of have the serious part of the evening, and so forgive me because I have a lot of thank yous to make. I know a lot of you have sort of giggled a little bit that I've been quite emotional tonight because I'm not an emotional person, and you can see I'm nervous because I'm already twiddling with my wedding ring. Yeah. So you're going to have to. I'm fine, babe. Okay. So there's my new wife already overthinking everything for me. Sorry. So let me. My best man actually went, Jesus Christ, 7 pages. Are you really serious, Gosling? I do have 7 pages, but I'm going to make it as brief as I possibly can because I'm the thank yous man. Okay? So I'd firstly like to thank you all and say basically I'm the luckiest man, and I genuinely mean that, to be alive at the moment. The opportunity to stand here. Did you hear that tweet? Yeah, to stand here as proud as I am, being able to call the very beautiful person next to me my wife. And on behalf of my wife and I actually wrote here tough crowd, but actually not. Apparently not. We would like to thank you as husband and wife for saying thank you very much for making our day so special. In fact, for those that are here for the weekend, thank you for making the weekend so special for us. The opportunity to bring so many of our friends and family together is a moment in time that will stay with us forever. Absolutely, and I've already spoken to many of you about this. Unfortunately, there are some people that cannot be with us tonight on our wedding day, and I'm sure Rebecca and I will agree with me that part of our hearts is missing today with the loss of Joan, Rebecca's mum. Rebecca's mum passed away just 2 weeks ago, and it is a huge thing for us. I particularly thank June for giving me her blessing. Joan. Sorry, emotions. Joan, I actually went to Rebecca's mum and asked for Rebecca's hand, and she was absolutely made up. And it was quite a special moment when you look into somebody's eyes and actually realise that what you've just done something which for me was natural, and she just radiated with her blessing. And what made me always laugh was that when we announced the wedding date, I think it was potentially less than 3 days after we told her the wedding date, she bought her dress and then pestered Rebecca, and I think Phil and Di will agree, pestered Rebecca up to the week she passed about her hat.
Have you got the hat yet?
Yeah. So I know Joan and we'll be sat here with Rebecca's father Ron, looking down on us, enjoying every moment, the radiance and smile on Rebecca's face. I thank Craig for stepping in and being my stepfather today.
Stepfather?
Boys and Phoebe, you know, I become a stepson today as well as you do. A lifelong friend of Becky, his long arm of the law has kept a friendly hand out for Becky for so many years now. He hands her over to me, and I thank you dearly. You will see that I've left spaces for Joan and Ron up on the mantelpiece there overlooking us, and you'll see throughout the house that I've left pictures of individuals that mean so much to us that are not here today, including my brother Stuart, who sits over there looking down on me going, stop being a nervous, pathetic idiot. And I know they would have enjoyed this night immensely. Our thoughts go out to them and all that can't be here with us today. So, ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses to absent family and friends. So, sorry, I'll try and stop being a blubbering wreck. This is to my guests, everyone here, and I've bored a lot of people here tonight and the last 24, 36 hours about the reasons why we decided to have a wedding and do what we've done this weekend. I calculated that our wedding guests have travelled around 50,100 miles Yeah, in fact, I can tell you it's about 50,153 miles. Yes, you were all in a spreadsheet. Yes. Yes, I did overthink it. And yes, my Excel mentor, Alan, did teach me how to really be anally retentive with numbers. And let me quantify that. That's like travelling around the world twice.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like going from York to London 125 times. That's like going up and down Everest 1,180 times. So your friendship and love throughout our lives has made us who we are. And every one of you here is linked to Rebecca and I in some way. And I truly mean that. It's led us here together. And from our hearts, we really appreciate that. And so the next toast goes out to you lot. It goes out to, and basically, I'd like you to turn to your neighbour. I'd like you to toast each other. Yeah, I'd like to toast it to you. So,
Oh, it's amazing.
So, the mother-in-law. We've already spoken about my mother-in-law. I would like to speak about Rebecca's mother-in-law. I'd like to thank you, Carol, Mum, for your support you've given us. Thank you for everything you have given me throughout my life, preparing me for our wedding day. Your energy, your generosity of heart is beyond words. Unreservedly, you have given and continue to give Becky so much love. I genuinely can't quantify that at all in a speech. I thank you. We've got you a little something, just as a small token to say thank you. Right. And before I become more emotional, I'm just going to give my mum a present and say thanks, Mum.
Thank you.
So now to the bridal party. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Rebecca's bridal party for making this day complete for her. Firstly, I would like to pass my love to the bridesmaids. Emma, Rebecca's niece. Phoebe, my amazing daughter. And Becky's goddaughter, Elle. I genuinely mean this from the bottom of my heart. When you girls come down, I just exploded because I've not seen any of you so beautiful and radiant, and just blew my mind. Just blew my mind. It was pretty amazing. I know they will blush when I say that, and I think you will all agree, they looked amazingly, and they look stunning today.
Yes.
I'm so proud of you. I have to say a massive thank you in particular to Jules. I don't think she needs any introduction. Jazzy Jules, the maid of honour. You've always been there for Rebecca. You genuinely have always been there for Rebecca over the years. Rebecca loves you to pieces, and your support for her so much over the years. Stop it, girls. I'm struggling as it is. Dagger wielding killing machine, and I'm bulbing like a. You've been her friend. You've been her confidant, her rock. I have also personally have to say thank you to you and Andy for taking me into your heart, as a friend and the friendship you've given me over the last 4 years. It means so much to me. Finally, I'd also like to say thank you to my ushers, the boys.
Yeah, boy. To the boys.
Ryan and Reese, my boys. Sorry, young men. Sorry. I think that makes me feel a little bit old when I say young men, but they are. I can't believe how you've grown up, and I'm truly proud of you and your support. Actually, not today, just this week has been amazing. Actually, Phoebe and my two ushers. Don't be surprised if you get your picture taken by Reese today as the budding photographer. He's the unofficial photographer, sorry.
No offence.
Yeah, he can do amazing things with a iPhone that I'm paying quite a lot of money for this photographer to do. Now, I've already mentioned Craig. Thank you, Craig, for stepping into the breach. When Rebecca and I first spoke about being married, we discussed who would walk Rebecca down the aisle. And it happened pretty instant. Your name came up. She also talks about you like a brother, you being brother and sister, which is what echoed in your speech today. Although the stories about you playing doctors and nurses at the ages strangely never came out in your speech. Stop recording. Stop recording.
So interesting.
I actually truly thank you for that. Because now I know where Rebecca gets her dressing up as a nurse from. So my thank yous. No, in fact, we won't go there. Yes. Our Bish.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I also want to thank Mad Bish Mike Brotherton, whom I'm truly honoured has come here all the way from deepest, darkest depths of Wales. I think I've said to a few of you, if you travel the furthest northwest in Wales as you possibly can, go on a road and the road stops, look right, and Mike's house is there. Yeah. So Mike's absolutely right. I know a lot more dirt on Mike than he knows on me. But then most of the naval service knows that. We came across each other many times throughout my naval career, both as man and boy, as rating as an officer. And he guided me throughout my career with words of wisdom. Just words of wisdom. And his humour, his presence in the Navy is legendary. And that's pretty much what got me through my career, to be honest, along with Commodore Rupert, who I owe a debt of gratitude for basically making my career. I do have for Mike, though, a little present, the most bizarre present you'll probably ever see at a...
Don't put the blame on me.
It's
Oh, you got it right. You got it right. Wow, it's so heavy.
Again, we can do the gifts.
You can open it now. Yeah, go on, open it now. Oh yeah.
Want me to open it?
Yeah.
so.
Should I?
Let me explain. So, along with the Titanic room in Mike's cottage, he also has a train station in his garden. a train station that doesn't have a track with a train that comes to it. So we decided, as we left his house after a fantastic afternoon tea in the Titanic room, we passed his train station, which is a full working train station, and thought, there's something missing. And we thought it was a cross. He's a padre. It should have a cross. So we decided to buy him a little sign for his station with a cross.
Really? This is amazing.
This is a bit of a weird.
I've never had this happen.
Bit of a weird. It's really heavy.
This is a miracle.
It's really
Heavy. God, it's heavy.
Crossroads.
Take up your cross.
Nice.
Brilliant. Well, thank you both so much. I'm stuck for words.
That's the first.
Amazing.
That's the
It
first.
never will be.
So whilst we're in
Amazing.
the period of giving, I'd also like to give a little present out to my dad.
Thanks, Sean.
Mate. I have a few gifts for Elle. Elle, run over here. Come on. And oh, Phoebe.
Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. You darling.
I also have
Amazing.
Emma.
Thank you, darling.
And Jules.
Thank you so much. I've got enough as it is. I'm being spoiled.
No.
Thank you. I'm okay now.
Okay, you got this.
Oh, thank you very much.
So, I'm going to briefly talk about how Rebecca and I met. Now, I know many of you know this, so sorry if I bore you. But I am over soppy and emotional. I apologise. Today, I think I've broken a little bit, and I know some of you have already pointed that out to me. When I saw Rebecca walk down the aisle, it was more than I could have imagined. Genuinely, I mean that. I felt so happy. I got a bit of a lump in my throat. Yes. Thank you, Theo, for pointing out, and Gavin to pointing out that I did actually tear up a little bit. So I thank you for coming to me into my life, and I'm so happy that you agreed to be my wife and spending the rest of your life with me. For those that don't know our story, I met Rebecca online about 4 months ago. 4 years. Yeah, 4 years.
He's a fast mover.
Yeah, 4 years, 2 months ago. I actually met Rebecca during Christmas when I was feeling a little bit lonely over Christmas, and I decided to go online. And I reached out online and put my profile on, got a bit, boosted my confidence a little bit, and thought, Jesus, what am I doing? And then I reached out to Rebecca. Interestingly enough, she actually sent me a Valentine's card this year, and the Valentine's card was a printout of the first email that I actually sent to her. Yeah. And so then I reached back, and I couldn't believe it. Fantastic, this hot blonde has just reached out to me. Wow.
You reached out to me?
Yeah, I reached out to her. She replied to me.
Yeah, thank you.
I got a reply. Wow. And but then, strange enough, within a few conversations, New Year's hit, and I was, she's going to a party. I've got the children. I'm like, well, let's not meet. Let's wait until New Year. So conversation, messages passing, and then the New Year come, and then Rebecca turns around and goes, just to let you know, we've not met. Just to let you know, I'm going to Australia for a month. That was code for, nice one, mate, I'm not massively interested. I'm sneaking off out the country for a month. And also, I'm coming offline. So I said, yeah, let's share numbers. Let's stay in contact. And she said yes. So off she went to Australia. We shared WhatsApp, and amazingly, every day for a month during that Australia trip, we spoke twice a day. And it was like I was on the trip with her. We'd never met. So I decided to meet Rebecca the first time in Manchester Airport on the day she got back from Australia. Thankfully, I took my mother's advice, and yes, I still take the advice of my mother. Sometimes. Every millennium. And I did let Rebecca know, which is a good job, because she spent then 3 hours of the 12-hour flight in the toilet getting ready.
24 hours.
Yeah. I stood behind a pillar in Manchester Airport with a phone in one hand with a match profile picture, looking behind the post, everything like that. Thanking my lucky stars every time some person come through, and I went, oh, Jesus, thank God. And then Rebecca walked through, ID match, fantastic, and we met each other in an embrace like actually we'd known each other forever. And then we spent 3 hours in the same cafe that I can tell you now on Friday when I came back from Dubai. Yes, I came back from Dubai last Friday, a week Friday. We then spent another hour and a half in the same seats, in the same airport.
Every time it goes to Australia.
Every time Rebecca or I come back from an overseas journey and we go into Manchester, we stay in the same cafe, in the same seats as we met for the first time. So, that's how we met, and that's what started our relationship off. So I'd like to thank you, my family, my friends, once again for being here and sharing that story and sharing our wedding day with us. I would like to toast you personally and say thank you, every one of you. Cheers. So, with no further ado, I'd like to hand over to my best man. So Jason and I met a while ago when I was in the Navy working for the Joint Tactical Exercise Planning Team. He was having a whale of a time up in Scotland, dossing in a very expensive hotel in the centre of Glasgow, paid by the US government, overlooking probably the hottest street in Glasgow, where all the students go out partying. Young American naval officer, Scottish students, lots of medals. I did stay with him a couple of nights, I have to admit, and overlooked the same street. Didn't get looking. I had an American officer stood next to me. No, Jason's been an absolute rock to me for many years, and if you ever want to have a friend, a colleague, a serviceman that stands by your side and supports you, Jason is the person to do that. So as I hand over to him, I've got a little gift for you, Jason. In fact, I'm not sure if I should give it to him before or after the speech. But as I know, Americans don't have any sense of humor. I think they're thick-skinned, but they've got no sense of humour. I think I'm safe, so I've got a little gift for you to open after your speech.
Wait, you're right there.
You might want to take it back later.
Yes, exactly. So don't unwrap it yet. I've got the receipt. I hand over to my best man. Thank you, everybody.
Wait, is this even on? Hello? Yeah. Well, can't really. Anyway, so actually, I'll probably have to borrow his because I didn't bring mine. So I did write something, but I don't think it'd be any better than what I'm gonna have to say anyway. But like he said, I'll be anybody's friend, but please don't ask me to do a speech, as you'll see pretty soon. And then a couple of shout-outs. For the whole group that I've met here, I think you guys have improved my IQ by a few points. That'll be gone in a few days when I go back to Philadelphia. To Darren, CO, and XO, I apologize. I look like a homeless person when I went to your unit. But that's how we do it. We're okay with just being in jeans and a t-shirt, and so I apologize though. And then if I could, there's tons of stories about the Padre being passed over for passing speeches to him. So if you want to take this at any time, I will be glad to give it to you. Trust me. And then for those that I did not meet, my name's Jason. Darren asked me to be his best man, and I got no greater honor. I didn't really understand why, since there's tons of people out there that's available for to give a speech. Harry and Meghan, they're always looking for work. Just getting it back here would be hard. I know that, but they might have been out of your price range. I don't know, but they're always looking for work. But today, I have to talk about the main man here, Darren. He's been, just as much as he talked about me being his friend and his rock, it's vice versa. So I truly appreciate everything he's done for me. I talk to him every few years. I visited him a few years ago. That's where I met Rebecca, which we'll get to. The first time we met, and I'm still sorry about that. That was terrible. So Darren, I was impressed with him from day one. So he was at he was at the Naval Exercise Joint Warrior up in Scotland. I had just got there. I got back. It moved to the right a couple of weeks because I had just got back from Oktoberfest. This was, like my time to kind of party. Being in Glasgow, it was amazing. And then this was my first time I actually had to work. Or actually not so much, because if anybody knows him, he's kind of a control freak. So him and Rebecca go together. So I didn't really have to do anything. I just sat there, and he did all the work, and just said, "Hey, would you just drive up to the north of Scotland and then just spend a few days up there?" And I was like, "Are you just trying to get rid of me?" Or that's probably what it was. But everybody talked about the last guy, the predecessor, and his name was Tom Arnold, and he worked with him for a few years, and we'll get to him in a second too. But I just feel that when I met him, I was incredibly impressed. I think his professionalism is beyond bar none. I think he uses that now in his jobs. I say jobs because he can't hold one ever. I think he's had like 10 in 10 years. And I just read an article that millennials, they stay on average 13 months, and he can't even make that. So hopefully Amazon has got him for a little bit longer. They may not let him go when he goes to Dubai. But, and then, out of fairness, out of Tom Arnold, because I know you wanted to be here to hang out with Darren for this incredible day, which is absolutely amazing. I was really looking, I was trying to get dirt on him, like dirty, good stories, right? Because I don't spend a lot of time with Darren, but I feel like we really know each other. But I couldn't find anything, couldn't find any dirt. And he just talked about how he just taught him sarcastic. I talked to the wrong person. I should have talked to Carol, for God's sakes. Yes, absolutely. I don't know what happened. I just talked to the wrong people. But Tom just came back and appreciated your guidance while he was here, and teaching him your sarcastic wit, because you know how dry he is. But I just learned today that you guys rode skateboards down in a drunken manner in a bar.
From the wardroom.
From the wardroom.
Bosny's office.
Yeah. Right.
2 naval officers.
Incredibly impressive. But beyond that, and also from day one when he moved to Glasgow, actually Helensburgh, with his family, actually all young adults. I mean, the last few days. First time I met you guys was in 2009, right? And you guys were like this big. and then I saw just Ryan in 2016, and then seeing all 3 of you now. I mean, it's blown away by you guys are actually young adults, man. Like it's been amazing to see what you guys do for Darren and what he does for you guys, and it's beyond crazy. And then I also want to say, Rebecca, I have to say a few things. I know the first time we met, you had been dating for maybe about a year, 9 months or a year. And so we all went out in New York. I don't remember very well. I had to get Darren to kind of fill me in on a few things. But we went out to the York Minster Mystery Plays. Awesome, I guess for a few minutes. I don't know. We didn't stay very long. Did we get bored? We got bored because we just wanted beer, right? And then we went to the House of Trembling Madness, right? And that's where things really started to go downhill. And then we went to the Biltmore Bar, and I guess I got a drink. It had flaming fruit in it. Yeah, it was on fire, right? Yeah, and then it was, I don't know, it was pink and you guys, you took my picture, and then I definitely didn't remember that. And I think I almost got in a fight with Darren on the way back. I don't know. I felt like it was. And she didn't care. So that's fantastic. So, and I've seen you around, Darren's children and how amazing you are, and you're his opposite in that he actually you're like the cool person, Like I wish we could hang out more. So I mean, if you ever want to come to the United States, I'm there. So yeah.
Don't bring Darren.
Yeah, don't bring Darren. Yeah, don't bring Darren. Yeah. Now he's like kind of a bummer anyway half the time. So he always wants to do work or but I wish you had a sister that was available. I know. Yeah. Because no, never mind. But I mean, I can never say like this has been the most amazing couple of days, meeting all of you, and I wish I had more dirt on Darren, more dirty stories. He gave me a few to spruce it up a little bit, and I was like, I mean, I don't know. I guess the times that you're traveling. I mean, the way you guys travel, you guys drag each other all around the drag each other around the cities, up and down volcanoes. The jealousy, I guess, with a parrot.
Yeah.
A parrot was humping Darren, and you were incredibly jealous because you wanted your turn, or you wanted the parrot. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm not jealous of that, but the volcano and the Rome thing, I was definitely jealous of. And I really appreciate everything you've done. Thank God I don't have to talk anymore. Just for a little bit after the video, we have a video to show that for people that could not be here. Who is the person?
Becky, Darren, congrats from Dubai. Wishing you all the best and a lifetime full of love and happiness. Bye-bye.
Hi Darren, just wanted to wish you both a very happy day for Saturday, for your wedding day, and hope everything goes really well. You're a fantastic day and a fantastic life together. Have you noticed I'm wearing this hat for two reasons? One, because I've got no hair, okay, it keeps my head warm, and the second reason is, mate, it reminds me of you when in 1992 we were down the Falklands, and I actually went up with you to Mare Harbour at the complex, went to the hat shop there and bought this in 92. So that's another reason. But anyway, mate, have a great day, look after each other, and wish you all the love of the world, and hope to see you sometime in the future. Take care.
Morning Darren, morning Becky. Congratulations for this great day. Sorry I can't be with you on your special wedding day. I hope you have a really wonderful time. I'm currently out at sea with the New Zealand Navy, conducting amphibious training operations, which is lovely. As you can see, the sun's just come up. It's a nice 22 degrees already. I'm having a great time. Please pass on my regards to Ryan, Reese and Phoebe. Miss you guys, hope you have a wonderful time and look forward to catching up soon. Take care, bye.
Hi Becky, hi Darren, and you, Mr. and Mrs. Goslin. We're absolutely gutted to be missing out on your special day. Have a fab day, can't wait to see you for breakfast tomorrow. Bye. Ow!
Well, congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Toad. Lots of love from Badger. Hopefully, you might have opened your presents by now. And so when you're having the bath confetti, I thought you could play this video and imagine me in the bath with you guys as well. Anyway, have a fantastic wedding and lots and lots of love from Cayman. Come over to the Caribbean and see us all and enjoy yourselves. Enjoy! Congratulations!
Hi Becky and Darren, Elaine and Angus here, currently sat in the Royal Botanic Gardens here in Melbourne. Just a little message from us to wish you all the best on your wedding day. I hope everything's going really well for you guys and that you had a little bit of time to yourselves amongst all the madness, and I hope everything's going to plan, but I'm sure that it is, given Becky's being in charge of all of the planning. I'm beyond gutted, Becky, that I can't be there to share this day with you. You know, you're one of my best friends, and it just doesn't feel right that the three amigos are not there to celebrate, but I'm sure that Jules is making up for my absence. Obviously, I'm really touched that my mum and dad are there to represent me. Thank you for including them. You know, it means a lot. I can't believe that it's been 4 years already since you were over here and visited me. And obviously that was at the very start of your relationship with Darren. I don't think you'd even met in person back then. And you were constantly slinking off to your room to go and chat to him, much to mine and Ross's amusement. But we're really, really happy, Becky and Darren, that it's worked out for you guys. And You've had 4 happy years already, and now you're sealing the deal today, and I'm sure you've got a long, happy future ahead. Can't wait to see where things take you. And like I said, I really wish I could have been there, but I'm really hoping that we can manage to catch up later this year if we can make the logistics work. But I'm thinking of you as always, and sending all my love, and Ross sends his best wishes as well. So cheers, and have a fantastic rest of the day. Lots of love.
Hi Darren and Becky, hope you guys are doing well. Enjoy your weekend. Sorry I can't be there with you, but I hope you have the chance to come down to Barcelona sometime soon. Alright, take care.
Darren and Becky, congratulations on the big day. Sorry I couldn't be there, I'm stuck in the colonies. I'm currently home in British Columbia, but by the time you play this, I'll be in Alabama. Anyway, all the best wishes, good luck for the future, and hopefully we'll see you guys over here soon.
Hey Becky, hey Darren. Sorry I can't be at your wedding the 22nd. Hope you have a great day. Here from Leiden, the Netherlands. Nice and sunny. Really cold. Hope I can join you soon in Dubai. Have an absolute blast and hope you have a great time all together. See you soon. Big kiss, hugs. Bye.
Dazzler and Becky, what can I say? Congratulations. I'm so, as we'd say in Essex, gutted that I can't be with you on your special day. But I know you're going to have an amazing time. And I just want to wish you from Cairns, Australia, good day and good luck and lots of love. And hopefully I'm going to see you in Dubai soon. Have a wonderful time and make it a good one. Mwah. Love you.